Welcome to the Pilates Show, where we explore Pilates tips and techniques to help deepen the skill level of the movement educator while having fun.
Hi, Jen and Amy here, and we're looking at, again, an exercise to improve gait mechanics, to improve that natural counter rotation of our thoracic spine from our pelvis. So first, what I want Amy to do here, she can just relax her elbow down, and the hip is shrugged up to the armpit, so I want her to bring her hip down towards her heel, elongating her top waist. She can even put a little bit of pressure into the foam roller. Let's do that again. So hip up to the armpit, and then hip towards the foot, creating elongation in that top waist and getting the awareness that right now the shoulders are stacked and the hips are stacked. So she can lift her elbow up just a little bit and create a little bit of counter pressure with her hand and her head. And then when she's ready, on the inhale, I want her to rotate her head ribs back to me, and her pelvis is going to roll just a little bit forward. Good. Hold there. And then I want her to rotate herself back into that centered position, but I'm going to give her some resistance. So she's going to rotate, and I'm really trying to pull her ribs back as she pulls her ribs forward. Good. And then she's going to rotate back again. Pelvis can go forward, head, ribs can go back. And then on this next one, as she rotates head, ribs forward, I want her to lift her bottom upper inner thigh into her top inner thigh as her pelvis comes back. Here we go. So we're going to rotate, and she's going to lift that bottom leg, really thinking about connecting this top armpit to the bottom hip. So we're cueing that anterior oblique sling again. And then she'll set the leg down as she rolls back towards me, releasing the head, releasing the ribs. We'll do that one more time. So go ahead, Amy. So I'm going to give her resistance. Head, ribs go forward. That bottom inner thigh comes up, connecting the top armpit to the bottom hip. And then on the exhale, letting the leg go down and rolling the head and the ribs back. Good. So what we're trying to do is not only to cue the bones here, right, into their awareness of the counter rotation, but this whole myofascial ring that sits between the bottom of the rib cage and the top of the pelvis, for a lot of us, can get very rigid and compressed. So this is a nice way to talk to this tissue between the bottom of the ribs and the top of the pelvis about all of its elasticity and compression and diagonals in length.
That's it for today. If you have a different take on today's subject, or if there's anything you'd like to see covered in an upcoming episode, we'd love to hear from you. Comment below on Facebook, Twitter, or in the forum at fusionpilatesedu.com. See you next time, and never stop learning.